I'm so sorry. But on March 17th, 2024, I saw Leaving Las Vegas. And I'll tell you, I'm so surprised how well I was able to get Nicolas Cage's faces. Nicolas Cage's faces. Nick Cage's face. I was able to draw him really well for some reason. Of him going, I'm like a prickly pear, I'm a prickly pear.
I'm like a prickly pear. I'm a prickly pear.
But, that movie, I'll tell you, I think first off it was like ruined by, I had originally heard about it from Cumtown. What? From the podcast, I was seeing some clip and they were talking about this movie. But it was kind of ruined for me from that in the way that it showed me what it was, but I was thinking about the comedy aspects of it as I saw the movie because they were making fun of it. And I'll tell you, I was also inspired to watch this movie because it won Nicolas Cage the Oscar after all that time. But he gives a really great performance. Okay, wait, let me go into the plot first. It's about this man, Ben, and Elizabeth Shue, young Elizabeth Shue, from The Boys. He pledges he moves to Las Vegas and attempts to drink himself to death and falls in love with a stripper. And she enables him is the big problem. And then he dies at the end. But Nicolas Cage gave both an amazing performance, of course, as like a drunk guy. He gave like a really, really great performance. But at the same time, he gave a really, really goofy performance. Like, if you watch it within the context of it being like a comedy movie, like a lot of the line deliveries that Nicolas Cage does are like really funny. I'll tell you, like, in the beginning when he almost runs over Elizabeth Shue, Sarah is her name. At the end he goes, "Angel, you're my angel," but her name is Sarah. He almost runs her over and she goes, "You almost ran me over," and he goes, "Yeah," and she goes, "Are you sorry?" And he goes, "Yeah." He says some like goofy line delivery.
That was a red light. I walk, you stop. You sorry?
Yeah.
Good.
As well as literally the climax of the movie. He says to Sarah, "You must never stop me from drinking, is my one rule if I am to live with you," because they fall in love. But after a certain point, as he's gone so far into becoming so drunk and disorderly and killing himself and feeling terrible about it, at one point she says to him, "I feel like you should go to the doctor." And then Nicolas Cage gives, of course, an amazing and a terrible delivery. He goes, "Sarah, I'm not going to the doctor." In like his eyes are like wide open and glassy, and you can really see through both the drunken slur of that speech as well as his facial expression and body language. He's like, Ben is no longer there. He's gone. The alcohol has like taken its toll, and it's way, 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 way too late for Sarah to really be suggesting such a thing, as well as the fact that he's just going to deny it. It was insane. But at the same time, it was very impactful emotionally, yet at the same time, if you watch that clip and think of it as funny, is really, really funny, because he sounds like a complete baby.
Go see doctor.
And I'll tell you, what I put a video under it of me going, that's the way that Ben dies at the end is so goofy. Where first off, here it comes. Wait, okay. Out? Wait, no. out. I would assume that the ending of Primal by Genndy Tartakovsky is a reference to Leaving Las Vegas, because at the end of the movie, in both Spear and wait a sec. Ben's dying moments, you know, in order to give him that last sense of pleasure as he's dying, excuse me, Sarah like mounts him and like lets him she lets him hit it as his last dying moment. And then after they have sex, he turns right to the camera, staring the audience in the eye, and he just exhales as if he's like a cartoon character dying. And that genuinely made me laugh at the ending. That was like not serious at all. He just goes, like, come on, bro. But the same thing also happens at the ending of, oh, don't make me do it, don't make me do it. Primal, where Mira, as Spear is dying, Mira like rides him, not, yes, to give him a little bit of pleasure as he's like literally is completely like 3rd-degree burns, he's dead, he got super burned up, but it's also in order to continue on his legacy because he honored the village so much so. There. Also directed by Mike Whoa there. Also directed by Mike Figgis, this movie. But yeah, it was an interesting movie is the word. I think I also, similar to Synecdoche, New York, I didn't get a good watching experience. I'll give you a little intel. All of the movies I've seen up to this point have been with the lights on in my room. And I felt multiple times, I don't think so much so during Synecdoche, New York, but I would absolutely during Leaving Las Vegas, I very much so felt that I wasn't getting the right experience. I wanted to watch it with the lights off or like on the TV or something, but I was, you know, having to watch it on a screen or on a, you know, portable device. That wasn't the problem though. It was because the lights were on and I wasn't able to like fully immerse myself, especially because this movie is like almost all, like, you know, the majority of it is about like the nightlife. And so I really felt like I wasn't getting there. I said directed by Mike Figgis. There was one more thing I wanted to say. Here it comes. The musical score in this movie was also really good. Curated by Sting. Maybe not curated, but there were a lot of Sting songs. And Sting also made 2 custom songs for that movie, which were amazing. Get ready. Have you ever had the feeling... Okay, that was terrible. The other one was the... My one and only love, my one and only love. Those 2, he made 2 songs for the movie. They were amazing.